Hi, this is Susan White with HorseCity.com, and we've been hearing quite a bit about a trainer from Australia, Rob Leach, who's here in the Carolinas starting some colts. So, Rob, tell me a little bit about your background and how you got started.
Well, I've always been around horses and grew up in the Snowy Mountains in Australia, where they filmed The Men from Snowy River. Grew up riding horses and doing, pony club and all, showing colts, showing ponies and stuff. Anyway, I decided when I was pretty young that school wasn't for me and that I wanted to, ride horses for a living, and headed out and got a job breaking in racehorses for the racetrack, and did that for a couple of years, and then decided to head to the Northern Territory, where I'd heard about all these stockmen and wild horses and stuff like that. And anyway, I got a job on a place that was 2 million acres out in the middle of nowhere, and worked there for a couple of years as a stockman, and then decided that I could probably make a pretty good living breaking in horses and starting colts, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I did that for a couple of years, and then in 2004, or late in 2004, I decided that, if we were going to do anything in the horse business, the United States is the place to be. So my wife and I headed over here, and I went out and trained on my own for a while, just ran cow horses, and we were pretty successful. And I was thinking about heading back to Australia, and a buddy of mine, Chris Cox, who's a famous clinician, he said, Texas is the place to be. He said, make sure you come down here before you go home. So we packed up and went to Texas, and I worked for Chris for a while, riding some of his colts. And then after that, Roger Wagner was looking for a guy to ride his 2-year-olds. Roger's a big NCHA Hall of Famer. Anyway, so I went there and worked for him for a while and got in his program and learned a lot from him, And then here at the end of 2010, we decided that we might head back to Australia. We've always kind of wanted to, I've always kind of been homesick. So I finished up with Roger and decided that before I headed home, I'd try and make a little bit of money and go contract, start some colts. And so that's kind of our story. I'm down here in South Carolina,